Hello all, this is Tarachand and welcome to SAP Production Planning and S/4HANA 1909 PP Simplification Training. So, Harsh, can you please confirm whether I'm audible enough and you are able to see my screen?
Yes, hi Tara. I can see your screen and you are audible.
Okay,
Yes, I can see.
One request, maybe my internet is continuously fluctuating. If I get disconnected from the call, you just take care and be there on the call, okay?
Okay, no
Okay,
problem.
thanks, Harsh.
Yeah,
Hello, everybody. Thanks all to joining this demo session. I hope you all are safe and sound during this COVID situation. Okay, we'll quickly start our demo session. So we will follow some ground rules during this session. This session will be having around 45 minutes of session. So please keep yourself on mute if you are not speaking, because it will get disturbed to everybody and it will impact on our session also. So please be mute yourself. So once I'll complete my topics and information, then I'll unmute you guys, and that time you can speak. And within the topic explanation, if you are having any questions, you can definitely uh, put it in the chat area which is there. If you are any kind of issues related to joining the session or something, you can definitely reach out to this WhatsApp number which is mentioned over there. Our support team will definitely help you to related the issues related login and all the things. In case after this session, if you have any questions, okay, or a post session, if you have any kind of queries or information, you can definitely reach out to support@shastrageek.com. This is our mail ID. Our support team will help you out to resolve your queries or questions. And if you want to check more details about our training and courses that we are offering, you can definitely go to the www.shastrageek.com. This is our website. So I guess you all are clear. I'll quickly start. Okay, hi guys. Myself Tarachand Bhapkar. You can call me as Tara also. So this is my profile. I'm having overall 12 years of experience in SAP space, and I work for various ECC implementation project as well as in SAP S/4HANA implementation. So around after my engineering graduate, I started my career as a production engineer. Initially for 3 years I was working as a production engineer, and then I switched myself in the consulting SAP consulting field as a SAP PP consultant. So overall I'm having total 15 years of experience, including 12 years in SAP consulting and 3 years in domain production planning. So during my 12 years of experience, I did around 5 end-to-end implementation project in ECC as a SAP PP consultant, SAP PM and SAP MM consultant. Also, I did implementations in SAP S/4HANA. So in last 3 years, I'm working on this SAP S/4HANA, and I did 2 end-to-end implementation over there. One uh, conversion project from ECC to S/4HANA also I did. So hence total 10 plus support project experience also, because I worked for various consulting companies in my career and I did support projects also. So this is overall about my profile. I'm not going to speak more about my profile because we have very limited time, and it's better that we will consume that time to explain you more about our training session and our course curriculum. So quickly I go to the next screen. Okay, before starting this, you may have a idea about the training what we are going to provide through shastrageek.com. This training is actually related to PP module. Okay, so we are supposed to start our PP module training from very scratch. Actually, if you are looking for to start your career as a SAP PP consultant, then you are at the right place. So maybe you are having questions in your mind like who can join this training, when this training is going to start, how we are going to do this training. All these things will get answered in next maybe 20 minutes of this session. So be patient before writing or putting any questions on the chat window. I guess that questions will get definitely answered. So who can join this training? I'll start with this. So basically, our training is, as I said, is a SAP PP production planning, SAP production planning module, and who can start the training? The good answer for that, if you are looking yourself, if you want to start your career as a SAP PP consultant, then definitely you can start join this training. I'll be the trainer for this training for next couple of months. We will be having around 2.5 months of training that I'll discuss in the next slide. Let's say if you don't know about anything SAP, then also you can join this training. As I said, we are going to start our training from very scratch, from where we are going to talk about very basics about SAP. What is SAP? How SAP started its journey from SAP R3 to R2 to R3, then ECC, then SAP S/4HANA. So we are going to start and we are going to explain at that detail level. Also, we are going to discuss in this training about what are the core SAP modules like SAP PP, SAP MM, SAP SD, SAP FICO, how these modules are interlinked with each other. Once we are once we are getting that kind of knowledge, then we will start explaining about the SAP production planning. So the basic agenda of this course is to be a SAP production planning. So if you are looking to start your career as a SAP PP consultant, then definitely you can join. If you are a fresh engineering graduate, or if you are working with any company as a SAP end user in any department, or a core user in any department, then also you can start your you can join this training and you can be a SAP PP consultant. Also, many of you, like you currently may be working in a different manufacturing industries as a production engineer, production supervisor. Many of you are having engineering graduate or a diploma, or maybe some other graduate. These guys also can start this training, also can be a part of this training. Sometimes there are some people like who are already working on a SAP platform as a SAP MM consultant or SAP SD consultant, and they want to explore or upgrade their knowledge in SAP production planning. These guys can also join this training. Also, there are some technical person like the people who are working in SAP Basis module or SAP ABAP module. They might don't have any exposure in SAP PP, okay? And so during the development and during their career, they sometimes need to know more about SAP production planning and this thing. So this is the right place to upgrade their knowledge in SAP production planning. These guys can also join this training. Also, if you are looking for, let's say, SAP certification in SAP S/4HANA, this training is the right place where we are, as I discussed, like we are going to start from scratch all the SAP production planning processes. Then we are going to discuss about what is the new simplifications from production planning that we are also going to cover. Hence, overall this training will help you to do your SAP certification in SAP S/4HANA 1909. Okay, I'll go to the next screen. Okay, what is the batch and schedule times for this training? We are planning to start our batch in the next week. So next week is it will be on the 20th of June, and we are planning this batch to be started on every Saturday and Sunday. Since this is the COVID situation, we can definitely utilize this time for this training, and maybe you will be a good consultant after this training. So this is the right place, and this is our schedule. As per India time, we are supposed to start our training on every Saturday, Sunday at 8 p.m. in the evening time. So for US and Canada region, it will be early morning 9:30 for them. So this is the basically our schedules. Let's talk about mode of training, how we are going to perform this training and all the things. Let's say we are actually going through one of the training for simple logistics, and this is the deck that is we have prepared for the training. So how it look like, so I'll just explain you. Yeah. So this is the current batch actually, which is there for simple logistics to April 2020 batch. And this is our deck for that training. So you can see here, we are supposed to create a same kind of deck for our SAP production planning training. We'll be having a login access for that. Here you can easily see when your next session is supposed to start. Like here is showing is 10 hours and 19 minutes. Every minute is this calendar is updating. So as I said, our training will be happening on weekends. So once the one session is finished, it will show you the next session timing when it has to be start. Also, we will have their contact us, these kind of tabs, hands-on experience, and post your questions and queries. So in the contact us, you can get the email ID for our shastrageek.com support team. If you have any queries or any questions regarding the trainings or maybe the rescheduling the training or something, you can definitely reach out to them. Also, we are having some hands-on exercise here. So after every session, we are putting our hands-on exercise, like when you are doing practicing what we have learned in our session. So we are putting here exactly the screenshots of how to configure the company, how to configure the plant and all that things in a very detail, so that whenever you are doing practice, you'll not get any issues. Still, if you face any issues while doing practicing or something, you can come here and post your questions and queries. So there are some questions that I'll show you, like is same kind of SAP SDN forum where people are putting their questions and we are trying to resolve the questions. Like let's say this is the questions the people has been okay. The running batch training queries. This is saying it's a BP role related information. So they have some queries they have given up here, and our expertise has been answered on that. So this is how we are actually managing the training, and after training, whenever you are doing any practice, and that time if you are facing any issues and you are not able to reach out to the right person, you can put down your questions over there, and that will get resolved by the time. So let's talk about what are the different packages available in our SAP PP training. So we offer this SAP production planning training. As I said, it will be on a weekly basis, 2 days in a week. So this is the production planning fees to join. That is in a dollar. You can convert if you guys are from India or some other region. You can convert, and you can get the price, how much the cost of the training. Here I'll actually want to explain you what exactly you will get from this training. You can log into shastrageek.com. You can get this all information online also. So this is the training, as I said, like for the production planning, where we are conducting interactive live sessions every weeks, 4 hours, 1 day, 2 hours, like that way. All topics will be explained from very basic things. Like, as I said, we are actually trying to start our training from very scratch. So if you are an engineering graduate or if you don't know about even SAP, that is also helpful for them to understand what is SAP and what is production planning. Before going to production planning, as I mentioned, we will have an overview of SAP and all the modules. So all topics, as I said, it will be explained from the basics in the depth. If you have any queries or something that can be answered, as I mentioned there, from that forum, you can put down your queries over there and that will get answered. So also during our training, sometimes when trainer or I'm explaining you, you are busy to getting the notes on your notepad. So that time there might be chances like you are missing something or that thing. So what we are planning here, we are doing a notes on behalf of you, and then notes will be shared to you on that link or on that cockpit after the training. So you no need to take any notes during the training. Also, we are uploading our online training videos on that cockpit that will be available for whole 1 year to you. You can anytime go to that video and you can check what we have discussed in the earlier session. Sometimes during your training session, due to some emergency, you miss to attend the training. Then there is no need to worry about that because we are supposed to upload the training video on the site. Okay, so we already discussed about the what we'll get from this training. Let's talk about the curriculum about for that training. What are the different points we are supposed to cover? Before that, what this training will help you out. So once you do this training in SAP production planning, you can join as a SAP consultant to any company and still going ahead if you want to do any kind of certification in SAP production planning. We have that books available that we are supposed to provide you on a free of cost. These are the PDFs. If you are at this point in time, you've started reading, you will not be able to understand the things, but after this training, you will be able to correlate your knowledge with the books, what is mentioned over there. And then you can apply for the SAP certification exam and you will be a good SAP consultant. So before that, we will be having some mock test that is available on our site. So let's say, okay, we'll talk about the production planning and manufacturing training. If you go to the details, you will come to know what are the more details available, what are the different books available over there, what is the different topics available there. So let's say, as I said, once you go through the training and you go through the books, then if you want to check your knowledge, like at what extent your knowledge you have been gained and whether you are good to go for the certification. So you can check your knowledge through our mock test also. But I'll suggest rather going to that mock test is better. You should go through this SAP production planning training materials, have a depth knowledge on all the topics, and then go for the training. So it costs around 6,000, but during this package, it will be freely available for you guys. I'll quickly show you like how we can check our knowledge. Here is the exam preparation. Here, check your knowledge link is there. You just click on that. So there are the mock tests available. So let's search for the SAP S/4HANA manufacturing and sample test. Once you click here, it will go to the test page, and this is exactly same as how we give the certification exam. Okay, so this is it will ask you for the login. You can already account, okay, and you can log in it. And this is how actually real certification exam also happens. So you are logging in and then it will give you the question papers, right? So it's a total 12 question exam and your time is for 20 minutes, right? So you can start your exam like this. I'm just randomly clicking some answers and let's check about the result, how it works. So here for wrong answers and right answer, we have already given the explanation also for you to understand what is the meaning of that question and why that answer is right, like that way. So this way you can click save and next, and you can go for the next question. I'm just randomly clicking the answers. Yeah, click question number 4, question number 5. So this way you can check your knowledge. It's not you cannot check your knowledge by randomly clicking. After this training, you will be an expert and you can be able to answer the questions. So let's say this is how you can do your certification exam. Okay, once all questions done, so I just completed this exam in 19 minutes only. Okay, there is a save option, right? So you can save. This network is slow, maybe it will take some time. Submit test. Once you submit the test, it will ask you, are you sure that you want to submit the test? All questions have been answered correctly. Yeah, these are check results. You're showing okay the page, and it will immediately give you the score for that exam. So that's how actually our real certification exam also happens. So for a mock test, after this training, you can definitely go and do your mock test and check your knowledge also. But still, personally, I recommend you to go through the certification books which we are going to provide, the certification videos, the certification notes during our session that we are supposed to provide you. That will be good for you rather going to that kind of mock test and all the things. The mock test is just to simply have a look like how we are supposed to do the certification exam. Okay, then how we will do the certification preparation, I'll quickly go through this, and then we'll quickly move to the production planning curriculum. Yeah, I think we have already discussed, like these are the SAP production planning module books available that will help you to do the certification. Okay, guys, I'll quickly move to our curriculum, course curriculum. What are the different topics we are supposed to cover in this training? Yeah, you can log into the system and you can also get this this information over there. As I said, we are supposed to start our start our training from very basic. So this basic means we are supposed to start our training from SAP introduction, organization structure, what is SAP architecture, like what is SAP R2, R3, what is SAP S4 HANA, what is suite on HANA, that kind of information that we will provide. Although you are a SAP PP consultant, but as a consultant, you should know this kind of information. Also, we will discuss in details about the different modules in SAP. What kind of modules are there in SAP and how they are interlinked with each other. So SAP production planning is our core module for which we are going to conduct our training. But apart from that, the SAP production planning module will be always interlinked with SAP FICO. Those who are already working in SAP, they might have a good idea about that, like how SAP PP, FICO, PM, SD modules has been integrated. That also we are going to talk about. Once that is done, we will start the production planning related training. That will start with SAP master data, SAP production planning master data. So the guys who are already working on SAP materials management or FICO, they must know about the master data, what kind of master data in their own module. So in SAP production planning, we will have a production material master data, bill of material, work center, routing, and production versions. This is the main master data for SAP production planning. So what is material master? What is bill of material? The guys who are from engineering background, they must know the bill of material, because during their drawing and this kind of things, they used to prepare the bill of material. But what is the production bill of material? How it is to be used? It has to be used in the production planning process. That we will discuss in very detail from very basic, like what is the definition of bill of material, what are the different type of bill of material, what is the technical type of bill of material. The same way we are talking about work center. So work center, the name itself, it will tell you like, okay, work center could be a machine, but it's not a just machine. Work center is the place where actually the operations are happening, right? So that level of information and that level of training we will conduct, and then we will see how to do these work centers in SAP, how to configure this bill of materials in SAP, how to create a production versions in the SAP. Then this is the product cost estimate. I intentionally mention here, this is, although it's not a PP master data, but as I said, we are going to cover all integration point. So this product cost estimate or standard cost estimate has a very detailed integration with SAP FICO module, right? So how my finished material production cost will come up based on my bill of material, based on my material master, based on my routing, and how it has been interlinked with your controlling module. So that we will cover here. Then okay, I'll go a little bit down. Okay. So once master data is done in the SAP production planning, how SAP production planning actually happens. On the shop floor, actually raw materials is coming and it is getting manufactured and then it is getting sold to the customer. The way the process flow will be like this, but the production planning will be something different. Any vendor cannot come up and directly, provide the material to you guys. We have to tell that the vendor like how much raw material I require. So the process of the planning will start from the demand management. First, customer will come to you and will ask you, okay, this many materials I require, right? This is the sales order, or maybe if there is no customer requirement, then the production people can start their production based on their historic data, historic sales data. So that can be called as a plan independent requirement, right? So this is nothing but the demand management, how the customer sales orders are coming, how the demand management getting generated in the system. For that, what kind of settings, what kind of customization that we need to configure in the system, we will be discussing in very detail during our training session. Also, there are different kind of industries, like the industries like car manufacturing. They are continuously manufacturing the car and keeping their stock. That kind of industries are called make to stock industries, right? But there are some kind of industry, unless and until there is a customer sales order, they cannot start their production. So that kind of industries are called as a make to order. So we will discuss in detail about what are the different planning strategies, make to order, make to stock, and what are the different kind of customization that we need to do. That we will discuss in our training session, incoming training session. Okay. Once my demand management is there in the system, what is next? Let's say I have a sales order from the customer. Then system will go and do the material requirement planning. So the next topic, we will discuss all this topic in a sequential manner so that you will be always aligned with the processes. We will create one virtual company where you can easily understand, because I maybe in our session, as I said, there will be the fresh engineering graduate people also, right? So they will not be able to sometimes visualize what is demand management, what is material requirement planning. For that, we will create one virtual company or virtual um, some demo company, and we plan that company based on the different scenarios. Once my material requirement planning will be done, we will send the raw materials requisitions to the vendor. Vendor will supply the raw material, and then I'll start. So the vendor and the raw material requisitions and raw material goods receipt, this part will go into the materials management module. Although we are only looking into PP module, we will closely look into the integration points between SAP PP and SAP MM. Hence, you will be able to understand, okay, when PR has been generated by the MRP, how materials management people pick up that PR and will convert to PO and get the materials. How that raw materials which has been delivered by the customer, that will get issued to the production processes. So the next step in the production planning is production execution. So production execution is nothing but, as per our plan, we need to create our production orders. We need to check the material availability, whether material is available or not. If not, then we need to ask the procurement people to purchase the material. If material is available, we need to issue this material to the production order and start our production. Also, in the production planning, the major part will come up in the capacity planning and all that things. When the production people starting their production, they cannot just start their production if they have got information from the sales or the demand, like, okay, you have to produce this many products. They have to look into whether their work centers capacity is available, whether they are already running with some other production orders. If there is a rush order or if there is some urgent order, then what to do for that, right? They need to do the production capacity planning and capacity leveling. These parts we will cover in the production execution. I'll go to the next point. After production execution, we will receive the finished material and that will get sold to the customer. So this is the end-to-end process what we talk about. Now there are different planning procedures in the system. Like each company or every company cannot do the same way, like there is a customer sales order and start the production. There are different planning procedures to look into the production sales demand, and based on that they will start plan their production, right? So this is called nothing but this is called as a planning. So what is that sales operation planning? We will be discussing in detail, like based on my past sales forecast, what will be my future sales forecast, right? So system will give them the different figures based on your past sales data. So like in the current situation also, in the last year, let's say in the same month, maybe a car manufacturing company has been manufacture so many cars and sold out. But at the current situation due to COVID, the sales has been down, right? So in a sales operation and planning, we will create a different kind of scenarios. Okay, this kind of situation is there, then what will be my sales demand and what will be my production plan? If there is a huge recession, then that time what will be? So that kind of sales planning profiles we will create in the sales operation planning, and based on that we will start our planning, and again we will go to the production execution. So till the production execution, PP1 end-to-end cycle that has been completed. Now these are the different planning procedure like sales operation planning. Then as it is there, I guess I have mentioned. Yeah, this is long-term planning. So this kind of planning is called like based on my sales forecast and my future sales plan, I need to do production for next 1 year maybe. Okay, and due to different hikes in the production, whether my raw materials capacity, raw materials will get impact at that time in future, whether my production planning capacity will be having any problems. So we can do this long-term planning in a simulation mode, and we can check in future whether there are any obstacles. Based on that, it will give the correct picture to the management what should be our plan, and accordingly management will plan for the production. Again, once the plan is there, it will start with production execution. It will come back to the production execution and we will start our manufacturing process. So these are the different topics. As I mentioned, there are so many things, like there are discrete manufacturing, repetitive manufacturing also. The guys who are already working in SAP, they must know and heard about this kind of terminologies, like what is the discrete manufacturing, what is the repetitive manufacturing. I'll give you some explanation on that. Like if I'm running only one product for a longer period of time, I'm manufacturing same product for continuously on the same production line. So I no need to create a separately production order, and I no need to create a production execution separately, right? It's a repetitive manufacturing continuously going on, like some chemical industries or that kind of industries. So and so as a consultant, when we are facing a customer, and when we are doing a data gathering the requirement, we should be in the position to decide like what kind of the industries and what kind of solution that we need to implement there. Okay, so that level of information and that level of training we are supposed to cover in our training session. In this session, as I said, we will create one demo company or some virtual company where we'll discuss, okay, this is the kind of production that I'm doing, and this is the machines on that this machine I'm running the same product continuously. So how to map the repetitive manufacturing scenario over there. Then accordingly we will set up the master, we'll do the configuration setting, we'll do end-to-end cycle over there, right? Also there are some processes like Kanban, although it's not coming directly in the production planning area, but still we will discuss on the Kanban in detail, because see, these are the kind of processes that many companies are using. So when you'll be a SAP consultant, you started facing the client, that kind of processes you will come to know over there, and you should be a good knowledge on that to implement. And during the data gathering also you should have good knowledge for that. So we will also cover the Kanban, that kind of processes. Long-term planning, as I discussed earlier, that we will cover. Okay, so once we will be having a good knowledge on this kind of processes, then we will overview our baseline configuration for the production planning. So ideally, we need to set up our company and plan based on the requirement, and based on the customer requirement, and accordingly we need to do the baseline configuration. But in our case, since we are supposed to implement all the kind of processes like repetitive manufacturing, discrete manufacturing, long-term planning, all that things, so our baseline configuration will be changing for each and every process, right? So what we will discuss here, the basic baseline configuration as a discrete manufacturing or as an end-to-end scenario, we will map it in a system. And then once we start topic wise for repetitive manufacturing or long term manufacturing. Accordingly, we will do the changes in the configuration, and we will come to know what is the difference between these two kind of processes, right? So this part also we will cover. As a consultant, this is most important part actually. All consultant has to have a knowledge on the configuration, otherwise they cannot be called as a consultant. They will be just a business user. So this is the major thing that consultant has to play a role over there. Okay, once we will complete all these kind of scenarios, then let's say there is one more miscellaneous topic like functional specification and your CV preparation. So functional specification is nothing but if there is a gap between customer requirement and your SAP solution, because SAP is the solution is not only for one company, right? It is designed for all kind of businesses. So sometimes business is working in some different way, and business is looking for some different reports from the SAP, which standard SAP reports are not available. That time we need to develop that kind of reports with the help of ABAP team. That is the technical. ABAP is the SAP language. You must know about that. So while creating such a kind of reports, as a functional consultant, we need to provide some information to the ABAP consultant so that ABAP person can develop that kind of report and fulfill that requirement and fulfill that gap. So how to prepare that FS? So we will be addressing this also point, like we will decide like one gap. We'll identify one gap and we will try to find out how to fulfill that, and we will prepare one functional specification and share it to the ABAP team just as a virtual, so that when you will be a SAP consultant and start facing the client, you will face that kind of issues, and you will be able to address that issues by this knowledge. Once it's done, after that, as I discussed earlier, there are some miscellaneous topics that will help you to prepare your resume. Also the interview questions, if you are looking for a job as a SAP consultant and you are just completed your training, sometimes you are not able to crack the interview because most of the questions will be asked on the real time scenarios. So that time we will help you what kind of interview questions will be asked, and how to deal and how to answer that questions. We will discuss in detail maybe next 10 minutes. I'll explain you one of the topic in SAP production planning, and then I'll ask you one question and I'll try to answer the question how we have to answer that question as a consultant. Okay, so that kind of miscellaneous topic also we will cover after the training. Now this is the main part actually I intentionally kept in the last. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is advanced production planning. So what we discussed earlier is a SAP ECC. Okay, these are the different processes that is there in SAP since very long. When SAP ECC R2, R3 was there, that are the processes, and still that processes are there. Okay, but now as you know, we are moving to the next generation of SAP, that is SAP S/4HANA. SAP S/4HANA is nothing but SAP has changed the database. Okay, due to the performance issue, and there are so many reasons actually. Okay, there are so many things which are unanswered in SAP ECC. So SAP came up with a new solution, that is SAP S/4HANA, and the major changes happen in the database. Due to that database change, our processes, our transaction codes, the way of working, that has been also changed. So we will cover what are the simplifications has been added from a PP prospect from the PP side in a SAP S/4HANA. Like in SAP, as we discussed MRP, but now SAP S/4HANA came up with SAP MRP Live. So what is the difference in SAP MRP and SAP Live? And still SAP ECC MRP is still there. It's called as a classic MRP. It is still there, or it has been sunset. So that kind of questions and that kind of information we will quickly go through this topic. We are not just going through this topic, we will be planning to run that kind of scenarios in our training session at a detailed level. Also, there are different planning procedures are coming up, like demand driven planning, predictive MRP, then basics of PPDS. So actually the basics of PPDS and demand driven planning, that may require next 40 to 50 hours of training for that. So in our training session, we will cover what is the difference and what is the additional functionality that SAP has given, advanced functionality, we will be discussing in details, but we may not be able to run the end-to-end scenario over there for the DDMRP and all that things. Okay, maybe for DDMRP we will cover the scenario. Only I'm talking about some PPDS, because production planning and detailed scheduling in early in the current ECC, we get it from APO, and for that APO we need to have a separate server and all that things, right? Now SAP S/4HANA came up with the solution like all PPDS and DDMRP on the same box. Although it's on the same box, we need to purchase a separate license for that. Okay, so we may not be able to run that kind of scenario in our current session, but we will discuss in detail what is the difference, what is the additional functionality, what is the advanced features in that training. Also, we will be discussing at a very detailed level about the Fury applications. Since we are planning to conduct our training on SAP S/4HANA 1909, okay? So you guys must know about these packages. SAP S/4HANA 1909 is the latest version of the SAP. So SAP come up with very, very analytic and a very good application, Fury applications in SAP 1909. So we will be discussing in a detail about SAP production planning, Fury applications, how to run that applications, how to use that applications, how to identify that applications and give that user access to the user. Unless and until you are not exploring, as a consultant is not exploring that application in detail, we cannot propose that to the business client. It's little bit different from the your traditional SAP. So that part also we will cover in our training session. So this is what we are. Maybe there are some other points that are not actually I have mentioned, like master production scheduling. These are the small topics. Okay, when we start our training, we will cover that kind of topic. Like let's say in the production planning also, I need to purchase a material always from vendor. If there is a subcontracting scenario, then how to deal with system, what are the different configuration, that kind of scenario I will explain during the training and during our next incoming 2 months, 2.5 months.